What is going on, everyone? Today is an exciting day because we get to play some Dryden Voss double green, and my goodness, are there some sweet cards in this list that I cannot wait to share with you all. Before we do, a big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon, guys. We are just gushing over Dryden Voss over in Discord, so I cannot wait to play some games today and see how truly powerful the action is. Dryden's action to discard a card that costs 6 or more from your hand. You can then play a unit that costs 5 or less, giving it ambush. Seems like a disgusting ability, right? We've got things like, Palpatine's Return, Darth Nihilus, Darth Vader, Maul, Salt Cruiser, Reinforcement Walker, Relentless, and Devastator on our list, all to help us discard. The extra bonus to that is that because of Palpatine's Return, we can then return our Darth Nihilus, our Darth Vaders, our Mauls a turn earlier. So that's a nice little minor synergy with it. But then what units are we actually playing to give ambush? Well, really, these are kind of just ways to recoup tempo in the game, because we're going to fall behind because we are playing a mega kind of more rampy deck, try to get the value later on. But in the early game, ambushing out a phase 3 Dark Trooper, killing a unit, getting experience token, giving Sentinel, blocking another attack, killing you maybe the Super Laser Technician. We've got Enterprising Lackeys as a 4 resource 5/5, just going to kind of knock out a unit. Chancellor Valorum. We have multiple double cutting cards in our list, things like Enterprising Lackeys or Command. So even if we do discard a card, it is likely for us to have triple command. We've got Rook to just kill something, live, kill another thing on the next turn. But the important part is we're kind of using his action in the early game just to get to Dryden himself. When we do get to Dryden, he then comes down and he can start discarding cards just to give our big units ambush. And guess what we've got? We've got Darth Nihilus to give ambush. We've got things like Reinforcement Walker or Relentless to get ambush. Really, this is just a way to kind of get some value throughout the game. And of course, we can always just give our other cards like Rook ambush or, Enterprising ambush after Dryden comes down. Anyways, we're going to see if this is a great game plan. There are so many different ways to build Dryden. I wanted to play Dryden blue, but after seeing the Discord conversation, we're like, okay, we just gotta try the double green real quick. We just gotta try it. So we're gonna go ahead and load it up. I do have a one of Drengir spawn. And I had to do it because, guys, if we get a trigger off Drengir spawn, it's going to be sick. And if it lives, I mean, this could be like ambushing out 7-3 or whatever, which would be absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to see if we can get something going with that. But we're going to see if this is a game plan that we can really do some work with. I'm excited to see if Nihilus is going to come down and do some work. And I am excited to see if Dryden can get there. Let's dive into some games. Alrighty, game number 1, and our hand is very expensive. I'm going to take a mulligan, hopefully get a couple of earlier cost units. This is better. I'm going to resource Nihilus and I guess other Nihilus? I'm going to resource the Vader, guys. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. I gotta get down the Nihilus. We all want to see it happen. All right, let's claim initiative here. We've got Masamita. Ooh, Masamita actually is great here. I'm going to just trade, and then I'm going to drop a Masamita, and I'm hoping it depends on what my opponent plays, of course. I'm resourcing the phase 3 because I don't think my opponent's going to play anything that's going to actually be able to get killed by phase 3 and live. Otherwise, I would keep it. But I do think Traitorous could be a potential solid one. So I'm going to go Masamita here, even though, it's just going to get hit by Embo. And maybe they upgrade it and kill Masamita and get an experience. But if they do that, we have Traitorous for the Embo, which, would be fantastic. So I think in this spot, I'm totally fine just kind of dropping the unit. They're not going to be able to generate the force with that guy, so I'm not really worried about it. Resource the Seasoned Stormtrooper. I'm going to go with Command this turn almost assuredly. I'll probably bring back the Seasoned Short Trooper and ramp, and the reason I'm doing this is because it's going to give me an extra card to resource next turn so that I can have more cards in my hand to discard to the Dryden. They're going to go Darth Tyrannus. I don't know if they were expecting that to have ambush or something. I'm not really sure. We're going to go Command here. I'm changing my mind. We're going to go 2 experience to Masamita, and then I'm going to ramp. And this is just because it's going to get it out of range of the Darth Tyrannus, so they have to attack it with Embo. And if they attack with Embo, we just trade with Embo next turn, and then we're just chilling. We are just chilling, right? Cool. Yep. Yeah, I think I just trade here. Totally fine. Totally fine. Let's pass. Let's see what we've got. Palpatine's return. Ooh, that is actually really solid. That is actually really solid. Yeah, that is going to be really good. We'll see what we decide to do here, but I mean, let's go resupply here. And ooh, Malik coming out here, huh? Ooh, this is getting a little spicy. This is getting a little spicy. Oh man, they have such an assortment of cards here. Let's pass. This is 7 power. Let's pass again. See if they decide to attack or if they just claim. Honestly, I think it's probably smart to just claim. All right, I'm deploying Dryden then. Because next turn we can discard a card and play the... Ooh. There are so many things going on right now that I am excited about, guys. I mean, Maul coming out seems good, but I honestly think we discard the Maul. Let's discard the Traitorous. Nihilus. We deal 3. Trigger ambush. Kill Malik. Deal 3. Oh my gosh, that was sick. Nihilus coming in. Oh my gosh, that was sick. Yeah. Count me in for that game plan. Jeez, that was absolutely sick. I think I'll just attack into base for 5. They've got the Darth Scion, but I mean, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I mean, Nihilus coming in. Nihilus. Nihilus, guys. It's Nihilus. Oh my gosh, that's so sick. Super Laser, let's just resource that one. If Nihilus dies, we can bring him back, which would be awesome. I mean, Scion can kill the Nihilus here. We'll see. Oh, they've got always 2. That is awesome. Wow. Cool stuff from my opponent here. Yeah, cool stuff from them. Let's just get an attack in for 5. Get an experience token over on the Nihilus, and we'll see what my opponent decides to do. Always 2. I should have attacked the Scion. I should have thought about the always 2, guys. That was a little silly of me. They're probably gonna win the game now because of that. That's okay though. That's okay. Let's just get an attack in. I mean, I suppose we just attack into their base for 5. I suppose. Let's go with Palpatine's return on Nihilus. Deal 3 to the Darth Scion. And then let's go Super Laser Technician. X-Wing. Covering the wing. All right, let's claim. Ooh, Devastator, huh? I mean, Devastator's good. Devastator's real good. Wait, Devastator wins the game. No, it doesn't, because I can't ambush it out. Dang. Okay, we attack base. Get in for 7. No matter what they attack with the Scion or Revan, we kill their unit. Oh my god! The double always 2. My opponent is popping off. That is sick. That is absolutely sick. I absolutely love it. I don't even care if we're losing this game. That is sick. Oh my gosh. Good stuff from my opponent. You know, I mean, sometimes. Oh my gosh, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us. That's awesome. That is so sick. Nice job from our opponent. The double always 2 and Revan's lightsabers. I mean, sometimes you just can't get a better hand than that. I mean, that is literally as good as it gets. GG to my opponent. That is awesome. Alrighty. Well, I mean, after that game, we just had to run it back. We had to run it back. That was awesome. My opponent got the double always two into the Revan's lightsabers. I mean, you can't really get better than that. Even the covering the wing was fantastic because they got the shield token on Scion, so we couldn't even deal with that. So that was just awesome. To be honest, it was just awesome. I mean, you really can't do anything better than that. We have a great hand here. I know it seems a little bit odd because we don't know turn 1 play, but we can go turn 2 resupply into Rook, discard Vader, into Palpatine's return Darth Vader. So I'm definitely keeping this hand. This is going to be great. We're going to pass, we're just going to claim initiative here, actually, and then we're going to go resupply. Shielded unit, shielded Secretive Sage, obviously very good for them, but yeah, I'm not worried about it because this is a pretty great hand. Pretty great hand. Obviously, shield tokens are obnoxious, but we'll see what my opponent's got going on. Let's see. We're gonna claim initiative because we've already used all of our resources. Another shielded unit. Man, what is going on today? What is going on today? Okay, we're gonna resource the mall here. I mean, another shielded unit's pretty obnoxious, but we'll discard. I mean, I'm discarding the NIHILUS here, actually. I'm going to ambush first, then shield. We'll see what my opponent's got brewing over there. I mean, they've got Chirrut, which honestly still dies to Rook, so not really too worried about that. And they don't have a Sith unit, which is nice. So we're going to be able to Palpatine's return the NIHILUS next turn, and it's going to do some work. Okay, they're going to hit Rook. Are they going to hit Rook again? I'd be surprised if they hit Rook again. They are going to hit Rook again. Okay, so I mean, we're just going to straight up trade then. Yeah, Palpatine's return is just going to be amazing in this match. I'm going to kill Chirrut. I mean, I'm obviously going to attack Chirrut. We're going to be able to trade there. I mean, that ended up being pretty good, right? We ended up getting rid of Axe Wolves, Chirrut, and we got the shield token on Secretive Sage removed. So, they end up using the Force. They could choose not to use the Force. They could choose to use it. I don't know if it'll matter, but we'll find out here shortly. Palpatine's return is going to do some amazing work with the NIHILUS here. It's just going to go ahead and knock out the Secretive Sage. So that's going to be amazing. We're going to have another Palpatine's return for potentially, the Darth Vader or another NIHILUS. I mean, NIHILUS is just doing some work here. It's doing some work. See what my opponent's got. Maybe they have... I mean, they could have, Darth Revan's lightsabers and a shield token. Wow. Okay. So they're going to pump up the Revan. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really do a whole lot because, well, I suppose that, it does not do a whole lot. We're just going to go Overwhelming Barrage, really. We're going to attack base. Okay. Yeah. We have a lot of units here. We've got a lot of units here. I'll resource the Vader. I mean, if I attack the Revan, it's not going to get 8 power, so that seems pretty bad. I think what I'll do here, though, is... I'm going to deploy Dryden just to start off here. Both my units have ambush. I'm not worried about that. If NIHILUS dies, I'm also not necessarily worried about that because I've got the Palpatine's return. But we will find out. He is on a video, or they are on a video over there. Let's see. I mean, I guess. I guess I go Overwhelming Barrage on Dryden. NIHILUS is going to be able to knock out the Darth Revan. I mean, the shield tokens is just super obnoxious. But the problem with NIHILUS, if it was just... Oh, this actually works out amazingly. Because I just knock out the Revan. Oh, wait, no. Because I have to hit Dryden. Duh. Yep, that's the downside of NIHILUS. Although, I can claim here and then kill the Revan with the NIHILUS attack. Okay, Vader part 1,000,000. I think I'll just keep everything in my hand because I don't really know what I want to do here. I mean, I'm just going to attack Revan, right? We're just going to kill Revan, going to keep Nihilus around, right? It's going to be great. Malak can come down, and we can just maul him. Just take the damage, seems pretty good. X-Wing, put a shield token on nothing. I think the deck is unfortunately falling apart for my opponents. But we got always 2 last rounds, so I mean, you can't really ask for much more. My opponent just completely destroyed us round 1, but now we are kind of doing some work here. I mean, my opponent got a ton of damage into our base, right? I mean, they did some work. They did some work for sure. Confiscate, defeat, and upgrade. All right, we'll just go ahead and kill off the X-Wing here. Gotta be wary about that Nihilus. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you do have to be very careful. We're going to hit in for 7, hit in for 5, play Reinforcement Walker, discard, pass. And now we get to close out the game. So, GG to my opponent. We got to kind of do our thing in game 2. Even though we were really close game 1, they also got to do their thing in game 1. So, you know, can't be mad about that one. We both got to do our thing. The Always 2 is a card that I just love playing, and that is definitely something that was on my radar for Revan Blue when I saw the Nihilus, or the Nihilus and the Sith Assassin, the Treyas Acolyte, as well as Scion. Right, there's so many more Sith units that actually is something that's feasible now. Before it was like really rare to pull off, so that's awesome. And you can, you know, always 2 just anything, and it's going to be good. I mean, double shield token, double experience token for 2 units is obnoxiously good. So awesome stuff from my opponent. Awesome stuff. Alrighty, into the next game, and my opponent is playing the deck that I think could potentially be a little bit more powerful than ours. I'm going to mulligan because I'm kind of looking for a Mos Amida in this matchup. Of course, we end up pulling probably one of the hands that I really don't want to see. It is very low to the ground. I think we might be losing this one. We'll see. But my opponent's got a bunch of cards to really work with. They can have Gideons. They can have Dr. Pershings. Dr. Pershing is a card that I'd be, you know, a little bit wary about. Okay. Actually though, Drengir spawn might just be the game plan. It might just be the game plan, boy. Oh, it might be the game plan. We might do it to them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You guys don't even know. I mean, this Drengir spawn. I'm gonna hit their base for 2 to see what they're gonna be doing here. Are they going to use Dryden? They're going to discard. They're going to hit Rook. Okay. Dang it. We can't. Oh. They got Rook. I mean, they got Rook. They're going to hit my phase 3, you know, thing. And then the Drengir spawn's not even going to do anything. I mean, the game's like over. The game is like over. It's disgusting. I mean, I can't even do anything. I got a claim here. I was gonna go for the setup here, and I was hoping, whatever. You know, sometimes you hope with the greatest hope in the world, and you just don't quite get there. I had such high hopes for the Drengir spawn. I mean, I knew we were in trouble when they played Dr. Pershing on turn 1, right? That was just a problem. I mean, this doesn't really matter. We knock out their Snoke. Doesn't really matter. They can rook our Rook, but then our Seasoned Short Trooper can kill their Rook. I mean, so it's just, the Dr. Pershing was literally the only card that was actually like really strong here. But that was the card that I'd be worried about, right? So the Rook kills Rook. We kill their Rook with our Seasoned Short Trooper. So not a whole big deal. Actually, I think I'm going to Chancellor Valorum. I can't even Chancellor Valorum here. I mean, I can, but like it doesn't do anything. We'll just kill Rook here. My I'm on. It's the Dr. Pershing was really the drawing extra cards is what we were really looking for, which is why I mulliganed to Masamita. I was hoping that we could do some Drenkier stuff, and they didn't have anything. I'm just gonna claim. I mean, there's no reason not to do anything else but just claim, because they are on a situation where they've got more cards in hand than us. They're playing Vigilance, which means they've got Power of the Dark Sides. They probably have more value in their deck than we do. I'm passing because my hand is very bad right now. I know I could play something from our resource pile, like the Enterprising Lackeys or stuff, but I mean, they probably have Avengers in their deck. They probably have, yeah, I mean, this is fine. I mean, if my opponent wants to pass back and forth, it probably, I mean, we don't win in the late game generally, I think, in this matchup because they've got Avengers. But on that note, they drew so many extra cards than us in the early game that, we were really in a bad spot. So I am totally okay with this. Again, they have Power of the Dark Side and we don't. And so that just makes it like really bad for us, because any 8-drop that we play just gets answered by a 3-resource event. And then any 8-drop that they play has to be answered by like a discard, Rook, and then Overwhelming Barrage, or whatever it is that we have. So we're going to be passing for a while. Very, very long time. There's a Maul. I mean, I think I'll just play Rook. Just play it. I can ambush it out, but I don't want to discard my Reinforcement Walker. So I think I'll just play it. They're going to claim. We're going to resupply. There's a NIHILUS. NIHILUS seems pretty good. Yeah. Let's see if they have a Power of the Dark Side. If they do, it would be pretty good for them. We're waiting. They probably have Power of the Dark Side. I mean, every deck's playing Power of the Dark Side. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. No, we're not being crazy here. They've got Power of the Dark Side in hand, or an Avenger. That also works. And this is what I mean is, like, I don't know how we really win at this point. Because we can't deploy Dryden to like really do some work. I mean, we can't timely. Fortunately, we do have timely. So we can timely Reinforcement Walker, and we can draw 2 cards and kill Maul, which is going to be good. But at the same token, I mean, Avenger still exists. And the only answer we have to Avenger is, unit combat, which doesn't really function. So not exactly in a great spot at the current moment. We'll see. I mean, they probably just claim initiative. I mean, in that case, I will deploy Dryden and attack into base. Devastator is a great draw. Fantastic draw. Valorum's pretty bad at this point, but I'm deploying Dryden here because if they answer the Dryden with like a Maul, oh, gross. They had Overwhelming Barrage. Yeah, I mean, that's good. We have Devastator, which is nice, but they have another Avenger, right? I mean, Avenger is the card that we're scared of. And as I said, with Vigilance, they're going to have Avengers. So we need to draw our Devastators to match. And we did draw 2 cards with the Reinforcement Walker, which is really nice. But yeah, we'll see. They're going to deploy Dryden. Let's see what they've got as a follow-up. Oh, wow, Power of the Dark Side. Who would have guessed? Oh my gosh, it's a Power of the Dark Side. Wow. Yeah, I'm just going to keep all the cards in hand. I'm just going to maul them. Do we have another Avenger? Question mark. Avenger and Devastator. These are the 2 cards that we need to be watching out for. So NIHILUS with a combination of like, yeah, there's an Avenger. Wow, who would have guessed that another Avenger shows up? I mean, it would not have been me. It would not have been me. I would not have guessed that an Avenger showed up. Nope. NIHILUS can do some work here, but I mean, it doesn't even get an experience token off the Avenger, which is kind of unfortunate. Yep, there goes that unit. I mean, I'm gonna play NIHILUS here. It's gonna deal 3. It's gonna set up for an Overwhelming Barrage. If they have a Maul, it's bad for us. Palpatine's Return is always good for us. Like if we draw it, because we can kind of recycle some cards. We just can't get a unit down because of Avenger. Like Avenger, Power of the Dark Side, so cheap, kill something, and is a threat we have to deal with. This is what I mean by like the double green versus Vigilance command villainy is like way worse for us. Way worse. Unless we start with like a Masamita to kind of compete with what they've got going on. Okay, I mean, Overwhelming Barrage on the Avenger, I mean, it does do some work. I mean, that is about as good as it gets. That is about as good as it gets. Right? I mean, we are able to actually kill off their Avenger. Avenger is the card that we are scared of. I don't know how many times we got to say it, but we got to say it. We got to say it. Timely Intervention is good as well. I mean, I do have the Enterprising Lackeys, which I can deploy to kind of get some value going. But, I mean, we're going to start getting to the point where... Ooh, Rook coming out to ambush, huh? I mean, honestly, this isn't too bad for us. Because what we can do is we can discard Maul. Oh, we can't discard. Just don't look at me. Just don't look at me. I don't know what I'm thinking. We're just trolling, I guess. Just don't look at me. It's the power of the dark side of Avengers that are you know, making me go insane. I'm over the honestly, I cannot wait until the rotation and we get rid of these cards. I'm actually you know, after 6 sets of playing against the Vigilance Villainy, I'm sure they're gonna reprint Power of the Dark Side, but and there's the Avenger. There's the third one. I have not drawn a second Devastator, so if we draw a Devastator soon, okay, I mean, that works, right? Because we can Palpatine's return back the Devastator, which is going to do some work here. Boom, we just knock out that third Avenger. And they probably have Power of the Dark Side again, which, you know, obviously is what we were expecting, but, you know, that is the game plan here. Honestly, I don't even... I mean, they're out of Avengers, but they also have Palpatine's return, remember. So, I mean, that is their... Or did they Palpatine's return? No, they Palpatine's return back the Avengers. So there are 2 Palpatine's return down. So they have 1 more Avenger and 1 more Palpatine's return for us to deal with. So we're going to be able to put it as a resource and return Devastator to our hand. We obviously just have to keep recycling these Devastators. If I didn't discard them all, I think we would have been in a better spot. But yeah, that was obviously a dumb play. But as I was saying is, you know, I think it would be kind of fun to just see what the format looks like without, you know, kind of all these obnoxious cards being constantly in the format. Okay, so Vader is our draws here. I mean, I think I just go Vader, see what we can grab. All right, well, we get nothing. We get nothing. All right, well, that was that was bad. I mean, we have a great chance to get stuff, so not super surprised. But yeah, let's go Overwhelming Barrage on the Maul. I would love to play Nihilus, but it doesn't quite super laser blast. All right, well, my opponent's really in it. They are really in it. I would love the other Devastators. Again, we've only drawn 1 Palpatine's return and 1 Devastator. If we grab more Devastators, it's gonna be really nice for us. They're gonna Palpatine's return something. I don't know what. I mean, maybe I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, they're going to get back Maul, I guess. Wow, Masamita coming in here. That hot, huh? Yeah, let's just go. I hate this because we have to. I mean, if we can play Reinforcement Walker, they could potentially have a Power of the Dark Side. It's really bad for us. But this, if they have Avenger, it's also really bad for us. Let's go Masamita here. We needed to do that because obviously we just straight up die to, you know, their cards. So that's not good. Let's claim initiative. Can we draw another Devastator? I would love to see another Devastator or Palpatine's return. Okay, we did draw another Devastator. This is good because we can start actually drawing into potentially some more cards. I mean, we'll knock out the Snoke. Super Laser Blast Part 2. Okay, let's just go with... Okay, we grabbed something, actually. We actually got something. Resupply Carrier, coming in. All right, let's go ahead and claim Relentless. Ooh, Relentless is actually really good. And a Palpatine's return. Huh. So they've gone through 2 Super Laser Blasts, 2 Avengers, 3 Palpatine's return. So Avenger doesn't actually do a whole lot for us, for them anymore. because we have multiple units on board. So unless they have a third Super Laser Blast in hand, it's going to be pretty good to go this direction. And of course, they have the third Super Laser Blast. Why do I even ask? I mean, why is this even a question? Yeah, I mean, Vigilance, Villainy, Command, guys. This is the game plan. This is the gameplay loop right here. Okay, I mean, we've got the third Devastator, so we're doing well for ourselves. I should have resourced the trader so I can go Relentless plus Devastator. I mean, Relentless is going to be good here because it's going to be able to give us the option. I mean, they could have the... Ooh. I have to heal a little bit because I'm a little bit worried about the deck portion of the game. I mean, there's the third Avenger and the third Palpatine's Return, so they have no more Avengers. They could have another Power of the Dark Side because they've already gone through 2 of them, so they could have a third. I'd be surprised if they weren't playing a third. I'm going to hit the Devastator with the NIHILUS, resource the price on your head. I do kind of have to start getting the game rolling because I'm under the one that's under pressure here, so that's going to be concerning. I do have another Timely. Oh, they have Devastator as well. Gross. Yeah, that's gross. All right, we're going to have to hit the Devastator and hope our NIHILUS lives. Hopefully they don't have the third Power of the Dark Side here. They got OB. They've got OB. I mean, what can I draw? I mean, so I have one more Palp's Return and one more, or no more Devastator. So I just have to go with the Palp's Return. So I have to rely on the Palp's Return here to draw because I have no more answers to what they've got going on. And we didn't draw it. So we lose. I needed a Timely Intervention or Palp's Return, and we didn't get there. So GG. I wasn't expecting to win this game because it was really unfavor for us. Avengers are just too devastating, and we just took too long to draw our Devastators. And of course, they're playing Super Laser Blast. I mean, you know, again, this is just Villainy, Vigilance, Control, guys. I mean, I don't know how many times we have to fight against it, but you know, that's why I was saying Dryden Blue I think is going to be the place to go because you're going to get Power of the Dark Side. If you want to go the direction of Super Laser Blast, but you can also play things like Gideon and like Dr. Pershing to draw you extra cards in the early game. If I happen to have the Maul, would that have mattered? Probably not, because I did discard that card for no reason. But yeah, that was a fun game regardless. It was a long one. Alrighty, into the next game, and we got ourselves a match up against the Sabe deck, which is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a little bit worse for us, I think, because they are going to be able to kind of control what we draw. And obviously, we do want specific cards to be drawn in this list, and that can be a little bit tricky. Also, they could have things like Cunning to randomly discard, other cards to, you know, kind of set the stage. We're going to pass here. They've got Leia. They can ready up a resource. They're going to get a 1-drop, I guess. No, okay. So we got another Maul here. I'm just going to resource, I think, the Maul. I want multiple options here to play on turn 3, but I'm going to go with the Chancellor Valorum probably. So let's just go ahead and claim. They can go ahead and, what do they discard? A Valorum. Okay, cool. That's fine, actually, because we already have that. So we can discard the Reinforcement Walker, play out the Valorum, trigger ambush, attack the Leia, reveal, and then we get to get a resource. Fantastic. Amazing. And I mean, now we're going to be on Dryden Voss when they're on their Sabe, so we get 2 resources. I mean, that's just going to be fantastic. They can draw a card with their Cicatro, but that's fine. I mean, they discarded them all. Clearly, they don't want to see them all, but we already have them all. So, doesn't really matter. Millennium Falcon coming in. Chopper. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We are going to resource the price on your head. I'm going to knock out the Chopper here with the Valorum because it's going to give us the option to, you know, kill some unit and ramp, and then we're still going to have them all deploy. Okay, that's fine because, again, we can discard any card to knock out the Kira with the Rook and then follow up with another knockout named Darth Maul. This is fine. This is totally fine. Well, for one, we can deploy Dryden, kill Kira, and then play Maul. Anyways. Waylay. Yeah, that's fine. They can draw Waylay. Discarding Overwhelming Barrage. Yep, that's fine. Kill off that unit. We can Maul their Cicatro now. Have Maul take the damage. They can deploy Sabe, but that's fine. Again, They're the aggressors here, and we could just take out their. Ooh, okay. Traitorous, huh? I mean, I think here we just go with overwhelming barrage. Yeah, I think we just overwhelming barrage them. I mean, we have double devastator here, so overwhelming barrage, do 4, and then we can do 5 to Sabe. And then I don't know how they can follow this up because we have double devastator in hand, which is really good. They discard a devastator. It feels so hopeless, to be honest. It feels very hopeless when they get to this point. I mean, they could have Millennium Falcons and stuff to instantly ready up and get some damage in, but yeah, waylay the Maul back, I suppose. I mean, now we just go ahead and, ramp again, which is going to be nice. Play Leia. You get to ready a resource. I guess we just discard a Maul to play a seasoned Shore Trooper. Seems awkward, but the only way we lose is if they get in damage, so there's no reason to get in any, or for them to get any damage in, and now we win. I mean, we have Devastator to kill a unit, put up a Sentinel blocker. I mean, we win the game very shortly here. They can do that. We can do this, and I mean, what can they do? I mean, we probably should have attacked with Chancellor of Valorum to get another ramp in, but again, does not matter. It does not matter whatsoever. Cunning, they can bounce, exhaust, doesn't matter. Like I said, they can do whatever. They discard Darth Vader, sure. So we can go Reinforcement Walker here. Discard anything just to heal. Ebon Hawk, huh? I mean, we'll claim, and then we'll just smack them for 10 with the Devastator. Boom! GG. Yeah, I mean, really, the ambushing Valorum was fantastic, and then that just ended up winning us the game. That was pretty much it. That's all we needed. That was just good enough. Resupply into Valorum into Maul is good. Who would have guessed? That's a good curve. That's a good curve. Alrighty, into the next one, up against another Save here, and we've got the Mono 7 drop hand. Let's go to Mulligan that one. Much better hand, actually. I'm going to resource, this might sound a little bit odd, but I'm going to resource the Overwhelming Barrage because my thought process here is, we go Price on your head on turn 1, Phase 3 Dark Trooper turn 2, into Command turn 3. So they can go ahead and filter the top card of our deck. That's fine. We discard, I guess, Devastator, and we ambush out the Phase 3, and that's going to be a 4-1, which is nice. They don't have Tarkin Town, so we don't need to worry about this. Then we get Command here, so we can ramp, deal some damage to this guy. It's going to be great. Great, honestly. I mean, I'm going to Command here for sure. So we just deal some damage to... We go, boom, friendly unit kills the Valiant Commando. So we get to remove, ramp, and then we get to ramp again. And then next turn we deploy Nihilus. And I don't really know. Okay, never mind. They're going to be able to exhaust my unit, which is fine. We're not going to be able to Nihilus next turn, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. That is okay. Honestly, I'm going to resource the Phase 3 because I want to keep both 7 drops in hand. So we're going to be able to give it experience, get another resource. We're going to be able to deploy Dryden. And then we'll see what my opponent's got as a follow-up here. Okay, we'll attack Sabe for 5. They can trade with Dryden if they want, but that prevents them from, looking at my hand. So they get to take one of these cards. And they drew us. I mean, honestly, I don't even think I play it. Ooh, Maul and Nihilus. Let's go with Maul because we're gonna be able to hit the base for 6, which is gonna be relevant. They're gonna be able to pilot up some stuff. I mean, they went like Pelimoto, Valiant Commando, all this stuff, and then they went with this direction. Spark, take Nihilus, I guess. We're gonna outpace them in terms of our DPS here by a long shot. And here is a great. Oh no. Whoops. intended to I missequenced that. I intended to discard the Devader to heal 6. So now we actually might lose because I'm a troll, but that's fine. All right, we didn't lose, but I was gonna heal 6, so that was gonna be GG no matter what. But yeah, I read what I should have. It was an action to discard your card. Yeah, that was just silly. But yeah, I mean, we just ramped and we beat them. That's, I mean, there's nothing really to it. I mean, the discarding to ambush out the phase 3 Dark Trooper was amazing. That was fantastic. It completely shifted the entire game, right? It dealt damage to the Pelimoto. We were able to use that because 4 power. I mean, technically, that if we just played the phase 3 Dark Trooper and then commanded, it would have been fine that way. But we would not have lived the Ahsoka attack. So Ahsoka would have been alive, and that could have shifted the game a little bit. But regardless, I mean, that was great. That was very, very straightforward. Alrighty, into the next game, and this game is going to be all about that space. We're going to keep this hand. I'm going to resource the Timely and the Enterprising Lackeys. I'm just going to be able to hope that we are able to ramp quickly, and hopefully that's going to allow us to get to our Devastators and our Quinton's Assault Cruisers and our Relentlesses and things like that. Oh. Wow. I'm actually really surprised because that's going to be amazing for us. So they're not going to have initiative, which means that this pride's just going to deal 2 damage. And then we're going to be able to resupply into Valorum into ramp again, which is going to be fantastic. We're going to be up to 7 resources very quickly in this game because we're going to go resupply. And again, this pride is going to do basically nothing. I mean, we can claim initiative here, and then we will just... yeah, we're just going to go to town. We're going to go absolute town here. I think Rook's going to be pretty bad in this matchup. And I will just discard the Palpatine's Return, right? Because we can discard that for Valorum. Trigger ambush, hit this, reveal. And then that's going to be able to ramp us here up to 6 resources. So next turn we've got 7, which means we are getting down Dryden at the same time Boba Fett's coming down, and that's going to be pretty fantastic. They're going to get a resource here. We'll see what they've got to follow up, if they've got like an open fire to kill off Valorum or whatever. Dornian gunship, they're going to be able to, I guess, we're going to steal 1 to the Valorum. That's fine. Deal another 1 to Valorum. Ooh, that is a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, that's really good, actually. Yeah, that's super solid. Let's go ahead and attack. Reveal. We're going to ramp, because next turn we can ambush out the Relentless, potentially. But this turn we're going to get NIHILUS down. So we put a Devastator into the resource pile. A little bit unfortunate for that one. I would have loved to have it. It really depends on kind of what takes place here. If they deploy Boba, just as a unit, sure. Let's go with the Darth NIHILUS, 3 damage to the Dornian gunship. They can go Overwhelming Barrage. They may decide to wait. Ooh, Planetary Bombardment, huh? We'll take damage like that. And we're going to claim here, because then we will knock out the Dornian gunship with the NIHILUS. Because remember, this is non-unique unit, and the Dornian gunship is not a unique unit. So that's going to be pretty excellent for us. So we're going to go command, 2 experience tokens, deal damage to the Dornian gunship. Boom. Knock out that gunship. Seems pretty good. And then NIHILUS is just going to kind of go to town unless they have an answer for it. They could. I mean, Ruthless Raider isn't quite an answer for it, so that's pretty nice here. We get to go ahead and deal 3 to the Ruthless Raider as well with the NIHILUS attack here. We get to deploy Dryden. We get to attack for 5. We get to play the phase 3 and then pass. Our Quinton's Assault Cruiser is exactly kind of what we want in this matchup. So is Relentless, to be honest. So both very, very nice cards. And I can discard any card to give the Relentless ambush, which is going to be fantastic. The NIHILUS can attack to kill the Ruthless Raider. I mean, we just have an embarrassment of riches here. They can knock out NIHILUS if they want, and then deal, 5 to Dryden is what I would do. Okay. Not what I would have done, but, that's fine. We will discard the Palp's Return. I guess I'll discard the Assault Cruiser, because I can always play the Assault Cruiser with Palpatine's Return, so that's fine. think we'll claim here. Ooh, OB is actually really solid. So let's just go OB. 7 damage to the droid missile platform. We will take 3 on a Dryden. I really don't want to be getting hit with a ton of indirect damage here. I'll take 1 to base so that they're forced to deal with the Dryden. I know they can go Ruthless Raider, and that would be a great one if they have it. Wow. 8 damage. I mean, if they have the 3rd planetary bombardment, so be it. So here, claim. And then, I mean, these are great draws, to be honest. They are great draws, but they could stop planetary bombardment. I guess it lives planetary bombardment now. Oh, they have Maul. Nice. Nice. Yep. Maul does it. That was really close. I'm trying to think of what I could have done, because I could have just, instead of ambushing out the Relentless, I could have just played the Quintus Assault Cruiser and then killed off the Ruthless Raider that way, because I was thinking that Relentless would live, but of course it doesn't, because the Ruthless Raider kills it. So I probably should have just played the Arquindus Assault Cruiser. But then what would they have followed up with? Droid missile platform. Then we ambush out the Relentless, which removes the planetary bombardment. So yeah, that would have been the better play. That would have been the better play. So yeah, if I had missequenced that, I was thinking that the Relentless would have lived against the Ruthless Raider, but it does not, of course, because the Ruthless Raider hits us for 2 after it's dead. So yeah, that was a misplay. I could have won this game most likely if I had sequenced it just a little bit differently. Alrighty, and now we've got an Asajj yellow here. I don't like this hand. It's a little bit too expensive. And we have no ramp and no, like, even a 5-drop would have been good. Like, if I had a 5-drop, I'd probably keep this, but I don't have a 5-drop. So yeah, this is a much better hand. Much better. Phase 3 can go into the resource pile. I kind of like the super laser. I'm going to keep it just because we're going to be able to potentially go, turn 2 into turn 3, 5-drop into, 7-drop afterwards. All right, let's just go claim. They can deal their 1 damage if they want to their Hylobon. Hylobon's really nice for us, drawing us extra card. That is one of the kind of downsides to this list for sure, is not having enough cards. Second Rook. Honestly, I think what I'll do here, because I can play Super Laser, and then next turn, in theory, I could play a 5-drop. But I can always go Price on your head. No. The Super Laser is better. It's just better. What am I thinking? Super Laser, we'll just play it. They can deal 1 damage to the Hylobon, kill the Super Laser, but I don't really care about that. I'm just ramping. If this was a resupply, I would be equally as excited about it. And then we get to go ahead and claim here. Then we get to ambush out Chancellor Valorum, which I am excited about. Now that's going to be a good one. And kill their Hylobon, which is going to be amazing. The Valorum is doing some work. It is doing some work. Independent Smuggler. Okay, that is a gamer move right there. Yep. Attack for 3. Yep. Enterprising Lackeys, easy resource here. I mean, I will discard, I guess, the Devastator, Valorum, trigger ambush, pass. We're going to go ahead and trigger. And then we can disclose command. So we will do exactly that to do a little ramping. Cool. Relentless goes into the resource pile. Asajj isn't coming down for a long time. We're going to have Dryden next turn. And we just claim here. We've used all our resources. My opponent knows my hand. Price in your head, not exactly all that fantastic. But we do have Maul next turn, which is going to be kind of gross. And we even have Rook to ambush out, which is going to be great too. Scimitar, they can deal 1 to it. I mean, the Arquindus Assault Cruiser is going to kind of take over this game, I think. Double price on your head, not exactly what I'm looking for, but that's okay. That's okay. They are doing a lot of damage to us, and that is concern. We do need some space units for sure. If I knew that this was kind of the direction they were going to go, I probably would have changed what I would have kind of kept here, but that's okay. I think here I'm just going to get down Seasoned Shore Trooper and Rook. Might seem like a little bit odd to go that direction instead of just Maul, but it's going to be more power if I do it this way. So they're going to get in some damage. Yep, Surprise Strike. That's a big heavy hitter. We're going to deploy Dryden and then deploy Rook. No good to me dead. I don't really care about that at all. We're just going to claim here because I'm just going to go Acquaintance Assault Cruiser and knock out the Scimitar because I'm not going to be able to pilot onto the Onyx Squadron. That is a great draw. Overwhelming Barrage is fantastic. And do I instead just want to go with that now that I think about it? I think I do because I can knock out. Well, no, I can't quite knock out both units here. So no, we're just going to go Acquaintance Assault Cruiser, trigger Ambush, knock out the Scimitar, get an extra resource, and they no longer will be able to pilot, at least onto the Scimitar, which would have been very good for them. We are still under threat, no doubt about it. The Overwhelming Barrage is a good draw. Would really love to see like a Devastator here. I mean, Anakin doesn't do much because Rook kills it, right? But I don't think my opponent's worried about that. I mean, they're going to... I mean, they could shrink Rook down, to be honest. That wouldn't actually be a bad play. I think they probably should do that. I think that's probably like an elite gamer maneuver. Oh, they're going to shrink the Valorum. All right, we'll kill Anakin off. Seems like a free, kill there. And then we will complete an attack with Valorum here. We'll attack into the base, get another ramp going. Not that the resources terribly matter, but when we do get to like 14 resources, for example, we will start to be able to do some really, really amazing stuff. So we can discard... You can make this 5 power. That's 8 damage. I mean, that's scary. I mean, we are under a lot of threat here. With that Anakin, or with Asajj deploy, rather, it is just a scary situation to be in. And we do, I mean, Devastator would be the card that we want more than anything. Because we could ambush it out, which would be the crazy thing about it. Right now, I mean, we can ambush out the... I mean, we just have to claim here. We could ambush out the Nihilus, which would be good. It could knock out Asajj and the Brute, which again would do kind of what we need it to do. This attacks in for 5. We're at 4 damage left remaining on the base. I mean, that's pretty obnoxious. And they do get to knock out Chancellor Valorum if they want to. Nihilus is going to be good here, though. Nihilus is going to be really good. Wow, they just... Oh, wait, this doesn't actually deal 1 damage to things. My bad. I was reading the pilot side. Of course not. Traitorous is actually potentially pretty good, but I mean, I'm just going to, discard the Seasoned Shore Trooper, play the Nihilus, deal 3. Trigger Ambush, attack, deal 3. I know it's a little bit awkward. I kind of just want to get Nihilus on the board and deal some damage to the Brute, even though it does have to hit our Acquaintance Assault Cruiser. I know I could have killed the Brute with the Cruiser, right? You could obviously do that. But if I do that, then I'm in a pretty bad spot because I still get hit with 4 damage from Asajj. So I get 1 extra damage onto the base. This one kind of just saves 1 HP. I could have played Maul, I guess, but I wanted Nihilus on board because it's a little bit more of a, ability to interact with the space arena, which I think is going to be pretty important. I could have also just, ambushed out the Relentless, but if I do that... Oh, interesting. I think I just claim here and just go with Nihilus attack. This works. I can just go with Overwhelming Barrage on Nihilus and go 1/7, kill both their units out, and then I have another Overwhelming Barrage. So, I mean, this is going to be a pretty wrapped up game, I think. I don't want to defeat Dryden just because I can ambush out my Relentless, and I can deal with a space unit that way. I kind of want to get down Relentless if I can eventually, because it's gonna, kind of prevent me from just randomly losing to like a surprise strike or a power of the dark side plus unit type of deal. Oh, that's good. I have to claim. Lurking Tie is gross here. Wow. Okay, this is really close, actually. I mean, good thing we have the Relentless. I mean, does this win? I don't know. Wow. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. Let's see what they've got. I mean, they can't play an event to do anything to us, which is very, very fortunate with the Relentless. I'm trying to think of something that they could use to win here. I mean, we have Nihilus, which can attack and kill the Zagrean Starhopper, which would be great, right? Actually, yeah, it's going to kill the Zagrean Starhopper. But okay, let's attack, kill the Zagrean Starhopper. We'll take 2 damage onto the Relentless. Deal 1, deal 1. That's fine. I'm going to just kill the Ogdo Bogdo. I mean, fortunately, we're in a spot where I guess I'll return a unit and it can be the Devastator and Resource. We're in a spot where, like, I think we just win because they're not playing red, so we don't have to worry about Planetary Bombardment, Ruthless Raider, and that type of stuff. And with the Reinforcement Walker, that pretty much shuts the game up. It's going to be able to heal us 3, potentially 6 if they play a ground unit. So I think we're pretty set now. Relentless is going to lock up the game for us. We will just attack, kill the Independent Smuggler, get in for 7. Man, Nihilus has been amazing in this deck. It has been amazing. I mean, this card is if you ambush it out, it's good, but that's the tricky part is being able to ambush it out, right? Let's see what you get, opponent. All right, they concede. GG. Alrighty, so what did we learn with Dryden Green? It was an absolute blast, and kind of exactly what we wanted to do is exactly what happened. Chancellor Valorum and Rook being ambushed out early, occasionally the phase 3 Dark Trooper, were just absolutely amazing. The fact that you can do this multiple times, and the most important part about that is that it's not a turn delayed because of waiting on timely, or it's not a 8 HP difference because you're running ECL, is massive. There are so many games that we would have lost if we had ECL instead of, let's say, Data Vault, and we were trying to ambush out Chancellor Valorum or Rook. On top of that, you also got the option of, despite the fact that we were able to ramp and get to 7 drops and 8 drops and 9 drops quicker, the kicker on that was the fact that we can ambush out our big things as well. Now, of course, we have Vaders and Mauls, and those can be ambushed out already. But what can't be ambushed out are things like Nihilus, which is a great new 7 drop in the deck. Comes out, oftentimes ambushes as a 7/7 or potentially 8/8, and deals 3 to 6 damage to something smaller. You can ambush out Reinforcement Walker, which allows you to heal 6. Ambush out big space units like Relentless or even Devastator in some cases. That is kind of the cherry on top of the whole thing. Didn't get the Drengir spawn to actually pop off one of the games. I was really hoping to do so in one of the games. But honestly, I mean, this is exactly what I was expecting with Dryden. I do think the home will be in Dryden Blue, to be honest. Even though we were able to so consistently go, turn 2 ramp into turn 3 ramp, which allows you to play a 7 drop on turn 4, I don't think that it's just not going to really be something that's exceptionally powerful comparatively to the Power of the Dark Sides, the Avengers, the Gideons, all that type of stuff that you could be playing in Dryden already. I mean, again, it is powerful. Ambush is the most powerful mechanic in the entire game, and Palpatine's return, bringing back the little minor synergy with Dryden, being able to ambush out things that normally can't be ambushed out, and being able to play some of the new cards like Nihilus and actually do some good work with them was amazing. So absolutely blast, and my goodness, is Dryden powerful. He's got some potential, no doubt about it. He's got some potential. There's got to be a shell out there that's going to be good for him. And again, I think it's going to be in Vigilance, but double command is certainly an option. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all for the next one.